I see you, Lisa. God bless you. Make sure you stay with me. I'm so glad that you're on with me right now. God bless you. Praise God. All right, y'all. Praise God. I enjoyed that song. That was Gerard and Javon with New Orleans medley. God bless you. I have a treat for you, as I promised. Praise God that we will have Krisha Perkins as well as Coach Jason Steve on with us on today, talking to us, giving us wisdom on having generational wealth, and making sure that we not only have it, but be able to leave a legacy. So I'm going to introduce them to you all right now here on WVAN 747, also on YouTube and Facebook. God bless you. Praise God. We're taking it live right now with them. Giving us wisdom on. And they did this again. If y'all bear with me just 1 minute. I so miss my assistant. Y'all, if you can find her, tell her, come on back home. Come on back home. WVAN 747, also on YouTube and Facebook. God bless you. Praise God. We're taking it live right now with them. And then this again. If y'all bear with me just 1 minute. I so miss my assistant. Y'all, if you can find her, tell her, come on back home. Come on back home. Also on YouTube and Facebook. God bless you. Okay, now y'all bear with me. We are now going live. God bless you. I have now with me. I'm getting a lot of feedback. So before I bring them on, I want to make sure that I have this off. All right, there we go. Praise God. God bless you. How you doing? Coach Jason Steve, Krisha Perkins. Beautiful, Krisha, you're a beautiful girl. God bless you. How you doing? How y'all doing?
You're doing fantastic.
I'm doing well.
Good day. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. So talk to us, because I'm turning it over to you. We want to hear, and y'all is going live also on YouTube. So we have those that's on WVAN 747 on the radio as well as Facebook. God bless you for tuning in with us on the day. YouTube, talk to us. Krisha, you want to go ahead and introduce, let you talk so you can introduce your coach. Let's talk finance.
Love
Yes.
it.
Hi, how are you today? Glad to be back again. We were with you all week before last talking about building generational wealth and leaving a legacy, the importance of building generational wealth. So building wealth is a great option. It also has a significance of financial advantages and potential growth for decades. So this is something that we want to do also with careful planning. So through careful planning, there are three things, like you asked us to hit, three major points. So I'm going to pass it on to my coach, Jason Steve, which is awesome, and explaining and getting straight to the point. You can take it, Jason.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Sister Jackson, for having me
Praise
on here.
God.
You definitely
You're
look,
so welcome.
man. Thank you so much. It's a blessed day. First of all, it's an exciting time to be alive, and we want to make sure we're grateful for every moment we have. So
Yes.
as we brought out, picking up where we left off a couple weeks ago, putting these things in place, right? She said generational wealth, right? And how do we do that? Okay. We left off with three principles, and we're going to take each principle and dive into them a little bit. Okay, give some meat to it. We're going to put some meat to it.
Okay.
Okay. So the first principle is save as much money as fast as you can. Okay. So what does that look like? Right. Well, we talk about this term investing, and investing is a very broad brush. So the core thing
Mm-hmm.
we have to remember with saving money, that means we have to make sure that money is working for us, not just saving it in an account, where it just sits there, or like we used to do back in the day, you put it in a shoebox and sit it up on shelf, or put it in your mattress. We're not doing that, right? We're going to allow this money to work.
Right.
So we
Okay.
make this money work for us by applying a rule, which is called the rule of 72, which is sometimes called the banker's rule, or the law of compounding interest. So this allows money to work for us. So to give a brief understanding, because it's such a powerful rule, we were not taught this in school. We were not taught this in college, but this rule will allow us to give an understanding of how investments work as a whole. So if I take 72, 72 represents years. Okay. So if I take
Okay.
72 and I divide that by any given interest rate, whatever it is, that will tell me
Mhm.
how long it takes for my money to double. So, for example, we all have bank accounts, we have checking accounts, we have savings accounts, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all these financial institutions. Well, that typically will probably build at maybe a 1%, sometimes 0.00 of a percent, they'll say your money will grow at. But we'll just say one for this example. So if my money's growing at a 1% interest rate, let's say Sister Jackson, myself, Sister Cretia, we all have $1,000 and we put it in this bank and it's giving us a 1% rate of return. Well, that means it's going to take 72 years for that $1,000 to grow to $2,000, because 1 in the 72 is 72. Now, let's look at let's say our normal 401k at our jobs. Let's say it's about a 6% rate of return. That's normally 4, but let's say 6 just for math. Well, if I divide 6 into 72, that is now 12. So now my $1,000, if it's earning a 6% rate of return, will now allow me to grow it every 12 years, which is better, but not it's still double digits. One of the things we have to remember is all of us have access to the global economy. Everybody. I don't care if you're a bank, an individual, regular people. We all have access to the global economy. So if these financial institutions promise to give us something back, where are they getting it from? The same global economy. Well, what we say is, listen, let's bypass the middleman and invest it myself. And that way I can get the same interest rates that the financial institutions are going to get, so they can pay us what they told us they were going to pay us. So we say, well, listen, if I invest and I get a 12% rate of return, well, if I divide 12 into 72, now that's 6 years. That means if we got $1,000 and we're getting a 12% rate of return, that means my money growing is now growing it's going to double every 6 years. So now, getting back to the first principle, save as much money as fast as I can. If my money is growing every 6 years, it is growing as fast as it possibly can. So therefore, I'm putting my money away. It's earning interest. So my money that I'm saving is now making money for me with me not putting any effort to it. I'm just putting it away, putting it away, putting it away. So what happens is, as time goes on, this money builds up. I now pass away and I have a will and I have my instructions of where my money is supposed to go. Here's the beautiful thing about the rule of 72: it never stops. So
Mhm.
now I've left an inheritance. I left money to my family, to my generations, which every 6 years it now grows again. So therefore, every 6 years, it's doubling, it's doubling, it's doubling. So in essence, I've laid the foundation for generational wealth. The challenge has to come in is teaching this rule, applying the same principle for my
Mhm.
generations to also understand, so they continue to perpetuate generational wealth, generational wealth. So then now it allows my community and my family to always have that platform. Or as I like to say, we are now the silver spoon that some of these other communities have benefited from for years. We are now doing the same thing. So now let's go to principle number 2, which is get out of debt, or
Mhm.
GOOD. Well, actually, before we do that, let's say here, so in that, now when I'm speaking about investing as far as on the money growing, we are dealing with mutual funds. We are dealing with if we set up retirement planning, Roth 401, Roth IRA plans, sometimes what is called TOD accounts or non-retirement plans that still allow you access to the market. Your money still grows. But here's the beautiful thing about it. You don't have to have thousands of dollars to start this. You don't have to have hundreds of dollars to start investing. You can open an account today for as little as $25 a month. This is specifically geared
Mm-hmm.
for regular people, hardworking, everyday people in our community. Give them this brief knowledge, simple knowledge, and they can, if they can afford 25, 50, you can start with little. Now, everybody's situation is different. If you can put more to it, by all means, put more to it. But it's not like you have to come and sit with a financial planner and I got to come with $10,000 right off the bat before someone even talks to me. No, we are geared and set up for regular, everyday people to get financially free. We don't have to be multimillionaires to learn about money, right? Regular folks can learn about this money. So now let's jump over to getting out of debt. We have been taught
Mm-hmm.
as a community not the proper things about credit. Credit was a first initially given to wealthy people, meaning I have the cash, I have my money saved up, but I don't want to spend my cash right now. I want the perks. Allow me to get some points, get some miles, get all these perks for leveraging credit. But I have the cash if I decide to pay for it in whole, but I don't want to spend my cash just yet. So I leverage credit, I get what I need to get, and then I pay it off in the required time, and I receive all the perks, all the points, and I still have my money. The way credit was positioned to a lot of us on our community was, I mean, I can only speak for myself. I got a credit card in college
Mm-hmm.
and I messed it up. I got a credit card. I had two credit cards in college and I burnt them to pieces. Then we got the school loans, messed that all up because we were not taught the importance
Mm-hmm.
of, listen, if you get this credit, make sure you still have the cash to pay whatever I charge back immediately. So then I'm receiving the perks,
Right.
I'm receiving the benefits, and now I get that. So one of the things we do when we sit with families, we teach them that, listen, you leverage your debt, you pay your debt down, you get it to a point where it's low, very pretty much zero. Now my money that I make can now go further. My lifestyle can still stay the same. And now I can qualify for the different perks. And now I can leverage credit the way it's supposed to have been done, right? Not get the credit and worry about the payment to get it low where I can afford. And then I take 6 months to a year to pay off this one charge account. That's not the way it was supposed to have been
Right.
done. So we sit down and teach people how to leverage credit the correct way. And we teach people by getting out of debt using the snowball technique, where we look at your account or we look at your balances,
Mm-hmm.
say pay this balance off first. Then once that balance is paid, take that amount that you were paying for the first balance and keep add it to the next one, add it to the next one, add it to the next one. Hence a snowball effect. So we know when a snowball goes down a hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm paying off my
Mm-hmm.
debt faster because I'm taking my amounts that I were paying for my previous debt, but I'm putting it to the next. I'm putting it to the next. I'm putting it to the next. So I am knocking down my debt with the same income that I had coming into my household, but now I'm being very strategic and being very aggressive. And now I've cut years off my debt, off the time frame. We've sat with people and through a few members of our church, and we've literally cut their debt cycle from 6 and 7 years down to 2, just from employing this general rule, which is the second principle, which is get out of debt. Now, the third principle we teach, and actually, we don't charge anything for that. When we sit down and put a debt consultation in place, there is no charge for that. We do that just off of the love because we understand, like the book says, the borrower will always be a slave to the lender. So I can't charge
Yeah.
nobody for teaching them how to pay back their loans or pay back their debt. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's all it takes is a little discipline and a little faith, and you can accomplish it all. Why you got to pay somebody to do that? Why would someone charge somebody to tell you what the book tells you to do? I just don't understand that. Now the third principle is protecting wealth that we
Okay.
created. That's the third principle, and we do that by properly executing life insurance. And the reason life insurance is so important because investing, credit, all that's fun. It's great. It's sexy. We all talk about investing. It's cool. That's all. But the one consistent thing with it is time. It needs time to for my money to grow. It takes time to pay off my debt. It takes time. In today's day and age, where we're living in a pandemic, We can have all the plans. We'll put all the things in foundation that have to be there. But if something catastrophic happens
Mhm.
to my family, I need to ensure that they can still survive. I need to ensure that all my plans, everything I want for my children. Now I got from 3 up to 27. Okay. So I got a 3-year-old, 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 21-year-old, she'll be 22 next week, and a
God
26
bless.
7 this summer, right? So, you know, I
Yes.
have a lot of responsibility, and as we all do, we all have people that depend on us. So
Right.
it is a duty that if I do not make sure that my family can survive at any given point in time that I am taken out of the picture, I need to make sure my family
Mhm.
can go. And that is how life insurance works. Now, as Carisha brought up, another option or another way of creating generational wealth through life insurance is this here. Most of the time, when someone passes away in our families, and I'm gonna always say our community first. I can only represent my community for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing that happens, we got to reset. Mom dies, dad dies, or whoever that core foundation of the family, if they pass away, everybody's starting over. One of the things we missed out as a community was understanding that if you have the right life insurance in place, not only do you provide a launching pad to now exact and do everything you need to do, whether it's going to college, whether it's launching businesses, whether it's buying property. When you have these things in place, the family doesn't have to reset every time. Boom! Now we
Yeah.
launch up. Okay, and now here's the thing:
Mhm.
by putting those things in place, if I put the right life insurance in place, but then still teach the principles of saving and investing. Not only will this life insurance policy clear out any debt, it will provide a launching pad.
Mhm.
You can also invest that money, and again, adds to the generational wealth. Because remember, it never stops going. So a lot
Yeah.
that's why we have these solid families in American history, from the Roosevelts, the Kennedys, all these families, where a lot of them were launched from life insurance. A lot of people don't know that. They get a lump sum of money and they branched out from there. Somebody passes away, lump sum of money, the family executes all these different plans. So one of the things Krisha's working on, she is really working hard, and she has a passion for helping our community out, because we weren't taught these things. We were just taught, you go to
Yeah.
work, you get a good job, you get a good career, and if you do something, great. But we weren't taught to really think about the generation coming after us, right? We weren't taught to think about our children's children, right? We weren't taught to think about. We love it. That's what the book says. We love it. It's there, but what does that really look like? How do we really do that? And that's what Krisha is doing an
Mhm.
awesome job. And she has a passion for teaching people just those things,
Awesome.
that care for your loved ones, care for your loved ones that haven't even got here yet, and
Mhm.
care for your loved ones when you leave. That's what it's about. So put these things in place. And life insurance is very inexpensive. We have a philosophy called buy term and invest the difference, where we're always going to make sure that it's affordable, get the most money you can for what you can afford. And then we're going to put the plan in place for when you save as much money as you possibly can, that when you are ready to retire and you're ready to,
Mhm.
I got enough money to do whatever it is I choose to do, whatever lifestyle you want to have. And that's the blessing coming from that, because we're doing it for the right reasons.
Okay, beautiful. Well, we have like 5 minutes. So I want to talk to them. I want to, how do they get in touch with you? And is there a seminar? I think we talked about this before. Is there a seminar that is it that you're going to be having, so that people can come in and they can link up with you all and get more information on how they can join and get some
Yes.
info on how they too can save. And you know uh is it would they be do you have something where they can also sell insurance, or you just sell, you let them know about having life insurance? Is it something that you offer as well as selling life insurance, or do you also teach other people how to become agent as well, to also sell promote life insurance?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes.
Uh, yes. They can contact, like I said, they can contact me on Christian Perkins on Facebook through Messenger or Kingdom Heiress on Instagram. Uh, we do offer IBAs. So
Mhm.
if they would like to join, contact
Okay.
myself or Jason Steve. So
Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's time.
Okay.
Start now.
Yes.
We got to think ahead. We got to be strategic in our planning, as he explained. Understand that we have something to offer. Yeah. So it's very important.
Awesome.
Very important.
And especially with the pandemic now, because a lot of people, are doing GoFundMe because they didn't have a plan, and they didn't have anything in plan because we wasn't expecting no pandemic. So this is the best timing right now.
No, not only that.
Absolutely.
I can kind of expound on the GoFundMe. We I know someone that had recently lost someone, wasn't expecting
Mhm.
it. So
Yeah.
if you don't have it, like you say, there's a GoFundMe. Even with the GoFundMe, there's still pressure on the family or other community. Okay, how can we come together to help these loved ones bury their family members? So if you already have a plan in place, this is less off your shoulders. And I can
Right.
speak from my own experience. So um,
Mm-hmm.
when you don't have it, and funeral cost is very expensive. So I know when we buried my mom, that was well over 20 some
God
thousand
bless
dollars.
him.
Yes. That was
Mm-hmm.
well over $20,000. Burial plots. Now I don't know. Each county, each state may differ. One county, one burial plot may be $800. So that's not including the headstone. So you got to realize
Mm-hmm.
how much pressure. You're not here to see it or hear it, but how much pressure that's going to be on your family. It's a lot.
Exactly.
Even for cremation, most cremations start at
Yes.
$900 when that's not including the urn to put you
Mm.
in.
Mhm.
So it's still expensive. So you still got to pay whether you're gonna have it at church,
Exactly.
at the church, whether you're gonna have it through the weekday, through the weekdays, it may be a little cheaper. On the weekends, it may be a little bit more expensive. So all that itemized in the funeral cost, yeah. So you have. This is why we urging everyone come in. We have seminars. I mean, we have calls on Saturdays. I mean, if you guys want to join, contact myself or
Awesome.
Mr. Jason Steve or
Yes.
his wife Keisha Steve. Contact us.
And it's okay. And you say Saturdays at what time?
Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and we're actually hosting investment boot camp tomorrow at 6 p.m. Um, and we do, of course, we do everything virtual. You can contact me
Okay.
on Facebook through Messenger. I'm haven't got on Instagram yet. My wife is on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram yet, but through Facebook Messenger, and you can call me directly or reach out to Krisha. Absolutely. And what's beautiful about this, I want to add to it, is that everything we've learned, we didn't pay for. So the classes, the licensing, all the certifications is free. We just when you get,
Wow.
we will give everybody the details. It's free. When we
Mhm.
take our securities exams and we took our securities test for Series 6, because we're fully licensed, Series 6, Series 63, Series 26. These are required to
Mhm.
manage money, to move money, not stock market, but we're talking about mutual funds, long-term investing. Think ownership versus trading. Okay. You have to be licensed. You got to pass federal FBI background checks. It's for real. We're registered with FINRA, the whole nine. It was free. So I don't care if you go to Harvard. I don't care if you went for Yale and you got an MBA in business from Yale University. If you are talking about managing money, you have to be certified. Period.
Okay.
Same Series 6, same certification. So we do it for free. You can come get these same tests. Just the hard work comes on you. You just got to study for it, pass the test. That's it.
Okay, well, I want y'all to make sure that y'all got it together, that you heard what he said. It is free. So I'm gonna put up the link and everything so that you can make sure that you attend this class. It's the boot camp. It's going financial boot camp class at 6 p.m. That's going to be on tomorrow on Saturday. And then also Saturday at 10 a.m., if I'm not mistaken, there's also going to be a seminar. So you don't want to
Yes.
miss it. We're going to put the links up there so that you can be a part of it. It's free. It's free. So if you want to be a part of it, you're tired of the same old thing. Come on, y'all. Especially with this pandemic, you have to plan, just like we have to plan to, we have to plan to succeed. You have to also plan, to leave here too. You don't want to be you don't want to be a financial burden to your family when you leave. So make sure that, if you don't do anything else, at least get that life insurance, get some information on this. And also, I can't wait to hear more about it because I have some things that I would like to ask some questions on. But I know our time is about up. So I want to thank Jason, Steve, as well as Creisha Perkins for coming on with the Noonday Empowerment, sharing wealth with us. Y'all, it's time that we, stop thinking on a small level. It's time to launch out into the deep. I do like that. So at this time, Jason, we appreciate you. Creisha, I appreciate you. So I'm going to be putting the links out there. We appreciate everything that you're doing for the community because you could be charging for this, right now, people are charging virtually and they're getting their money. I'm telling you. But they're saying they're giving it to you for free. So we would like to thank y'all again for coming on and sharing with us how we can come out of the ruts that we're in. Those that are going through financial struggles and you're wondering, how can I do it? I don't have a whole lot of money. I don't know how to invest. I don't know what to do. Well, he said it. It's only $25. It's only $25, and you can start doing things today. 25. Talk about that right quick, and then we're gonna get off the ear. Come on, talk to us. I know you wanted to say something, Jason.
Oh, no. You're absolutely right, Sister Jackson. $25 allows you to open up an investment. So even for parents, we're talking you can open college accounts, college funds for children, 529 plans, and you can start as young as the youngest investor we have right now, my niece, and she is 15. And she has a little job. She works at Aunt Annie's in Baltimore, and she's putting $50 away of her check every month. Matter of fact, I take that back. She's extremely frugal. She's doing about $200 from her checkup from each check she gets paid. She's putting into her investment account at 14. So there's no excuses,
Wow,
guys. We
that's good.
all there for you, and we'll show you every
Good,
step.
good.
And yeah, it takes minimal amounts to get started.
Awesome. Lucretia, I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to hear what you're doing. Like, I'm so proud of you. Congrats and just helping the community and trying to help, the community to come up because that's what is needed. The Bible let us know a virtuous woman don't just look out for herself, but she also look out for others. So God bless you and all what you're doing, all your endeavors.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you would like to say, Creisha, before we get off?
I would like to just say, listen, don't keep putting it off. And it's not about dying. It's about your life now. It's about living now, what you're worth now. What do you think about yourself and your family now? So we have to start from somewhere. So why not now?
I like that. I like that. All right, y'all. Y'all keep it locked right here on WVAN 747. God bless you. Until next time, y'all be blessed.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Praise God, y'all. Make sure I'm going to put the link up there so that you can get more information. I'll be talking with you. I need to get your information.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.